Hey there, chickens. We'll make a video about you again soon, I promise. But this one is not about chickens. Well, it's partly about the compost they make. Well, what it's about more than anything is the concept. This is a little experiment I want to do. Last week I made a video where I talked about all the containers that I was attempting to grow trees from seed, how squirrels and chipmunks robbed most of those trees. I went through and organized it where I dumped out a number of the containers that didn't have anything going on, and then put some bird netting and cover over the remaining trees so we'll see, and basically consolidated that area. And then as I was dumping them out, I realized, well, you know, they're still filled with nice seed starting mix that I made. They have wine cap mushroom spawn at the bottom, so they're really nice, valuable containers. Instead of dumping them all out or moving them far, far away, what I instead did is slid them into position near our pallet woodshed. So if anyone's interested in this structure, I've got a whole playlist where I talk about how I made this whole structure for $40. It's been working beautifully. And so what I did is I laid these out where we still have a walkway. I can get a wheelbarrow in here to load and unload wood, but now that we're coming into mid-May, we don't really need to access this wood for the summer. So I laid these out in a way where maybe you can guess what I'm doing, and I'd love to get some feedback before I really commit to the whole thing. My intention is to go up into the structure here, put a nice stout board of smaller but black locust that's screwed in and extends out beyond the V to about here, and do the same thing next to this little birdhouse. Basically extend some poles that come out and then run some really good stout paracord down to each of these containers, at least the northernmost ones, the ones closest to the pallet shed, and then plant out tomatoes, cucumbers, scarlet emperor, pole beans, and train them up and into the scaffolding of this structure. The wood we have in here is already dry enough for next winter. It doesn't need a lot more curing time. And tons of light happens here, so I thought the idea would be containerized tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, all that sort of stuff. Just fill this whole front area with green, lush production. And then with these little containers that are just in front of them, do other lower crops. So I was thinking about actually doing a peanut crop in one of these. I was thinking about putting these three to herbs that I like to snack on all the time, so cilantro and parsley, those sorts of things. Some taller crops, maybe some kales and things in this one, and then the northern one to climb up. And so there's two over here as well that can climb up and be trained up and over. And so I'm trying to make the best out of that situation of those containers still having good legit soil, but not having the initial tree crop I'd hoped for. So thought I'd make this video now. I'm going to, within the week, start building out the rest of it. And would love to hear if folks have ideas of certain crops that they'd like to see growing up and over and around the structure. I could imagine beans coming up and over, or cucumbers, and then just being trained along all this. And of course, I'd take it all down in the fall, clear all this out, and then for the winter have access to this as just a firewood shed. But why not make this $40 structure into something even bigger and better? Anyway, that's a quick update video. Thanks for watching.